Well, yeah, the imprisoned breaks out faster every time, and yet he never technically breaks from the seal.
Yeah. Yes, Dark Fable. Don't forget, folks, we're still taking donations for Child's Play. Our next goal is 8,000, which is roughly just over 900 away, 960 or so. So click the donation link below, donation, to say the word properly. Then the button on the pitching widget, enter a name and the amount you wish to donate. And when you get to PayPal, if you want to leave us a comment to read out, just click Lee Celerino ad, and there you go. All proceeds go directly to Child's Play to buy toys and games for children stuck in hospital. Keep them entertained and whatnot.
Also, shut my mouth, he does break out of the seal. We just don't have to fight him that time.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Actually, there's only one dungeon left, and we won't be getting to that for a couple hours.
Not much more game to go, though.
Yeah. I still say we should be done before I have to stop for dinner.
Mm-hmm. Just a heads up to all of you here, we will most likely be starting Twilight Princess at an earlier time tomorrow. Like 10 EST or something. About the time we start today.
Oh, I thought I had to come out here for something.
You've got to blast into the forest with the catapult.
Yeah, and I remembered that. I thought I had to come out here to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently the game's ahead of me for once.
Yep. What time is that in GMT? Roughly about 2 or 3 PM. We'll be doing shifts co-commentator wise. I'll be with Digi for the opening. Spa will most likely come in a bit later.
The fuck am I going?
Where the fuck are you going?
I'm listening to you and figuring out like when in Twilight Princess I would be on. Not paying attention to what I'm actually doing in this game. I don't really mind this section, like you say, it's pretty chill. I just don't think it needed to be here.
If Digi like blazes through the game and just leaves the incentives until before he goes to Hyrule Castle, that'll be easier.
To be fair, guys, I'm operating on like 5 hours sleep right now.
Get on my level.
Actually, it's more like 4. But yeah, whatever. I give that dive 8 points.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there were monsters in this place, so I just decided to flood the entire fucking thing.
Huh. I remember a story like that happening in a book I read.
Yeah, about some guy who got drunk and put 2 of every animal on like an ark.
Yeah.
And then the ark blew up and robots came out of it.
Also, I like how Head Kikwi here gets his own lily pad. Like a really big one too.
Nell, when did we get this bitch in swimming pool?
There's a leak!
Clog it up.
Like the rest.
Very nice.
It's funny that we're making these jokes because Nail actually could have been the file name for this game.
Yep, so close. And this bit's easy, it's the controls that make it a pain sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, I know I'm bitching a lot about Skyward Sword. I just don't like the things they did with it. And, for example, why do you need to use the motion plus to swim when you have a perfectly good analog stick there? It was invented with the purpose of moving in 3D, and Wii Remote wasn't. Best moment of DBZ Abridged. A lot of the Freezer saga, actually.
Yeah.
And the Android one's not doing much for me so far.
There's been some good jokes, but it's definitely a series that's better when I watched it like all at once to catch up than waiting for episodes.
Yeah. Yes, Slut will be the hero in Twilight Princess, and he will be riding... He'll be riding my balls. The horse will be called My Balls.
Riding my balls all the way to Hyrule.
Better give my balls a break, or they're gonna get tired. Well, Twilight Princess is a dark and edgy game for adults.
Except the difficulties for kids.
We're gonna stop right there. Okay, good. Favorite 3D Zelda besides Majora, Wind Waker.
Like, it'd be fine if there was at least a purpose to this, like the Tad Tones were lost in the water and you had to collect them. This is basically like, she doesn't give a fuck about what we've done, we need to do this anyway.
Yeah. Like, in Ocarina of Time, you weren't collecting the medallions and, like, halfway through it... No, actually, let me rephrase that. It's like you were collecting the medallions, and then the sages say, oh, that's great, but you still need to do this thing first. It's like, no, just go fight Ganondorf. Do it, idiot.
Like, does it really matter if I'm the hero? I'm the only one that can save the world, even if I'm not, so...
I have the legendary blade, it's right here.
I have all of the, treasures of the goddess from going through the Silent Realms. I saved your fucking life?
I know, right?
That's probably the biggest one.
I will play Lost World, need a Wii U first.
Yeah. Nice thing about the Master Sword, even if you, hit their shields like that, it stuns them. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you have the mark of the Triforce. Okay, mate, let's get started.
Oh, this is just a way to get back up, okay.
Yes, it is. Come on, chippy chop chop.
I know one of these lily pads you have to flip over to get one of the Tad Tones.
And you have to go to the top and jump down for that.
Alright, well, let's start gathering.
I will be playing X and Y, or X I guess. Priorities mostly for this year. Finish Ocarina of Time. Maybe reboot Star Fox, because that was more of a personal thing. I didn't really like how it turned out, so... I also have a few other things I want to do, but they may fall through, but I'm going to start getting back into stuff come September, so... And Spartan is what I'm talking about, so... See, I like this because of the Pikmin-esque music here.
was a bomb, Link, not a tad tone. Running out of air, running out of air. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, I would love to play Pikmin 3. I'll miss the treasures and the caves from 2, but I'll get over that.
Never realized there was an amber relic down there.
10 a.m. EST.
I might actually be able to watch the first couple minutes of the stream because it's before I go to class.
Excellent.
Angling the Wii remote down really hurts my wrist.
It does.
Okay, there's the one. Where's the second one? Oh, it's over here. I was expecting it to be, you know, somewhat nearby. Alright, got it. Oh god. Hammerhead sharks.
More like dummy head sharks. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, we've had a donation. If I can actually get to the page, that'd be nice. Let's see. God, there's a lot of comments to scroll through. $15.50 from Grant Quigley.
Thank you very much.
And he says, been meaning to donate for that amazing Wind Waker run by Spa for a few days. Congrats on the amazing run and good luck on the rest of Skyward Sword. Cheers.
Thank you very much, bro.
And that brings our total today to $188.06. And we have a 942 to go before we reach our next target. So hopefully Twilight Princess brings in $1 or $2. Which it most likely will, because that Link has a very big fan base.
There's a lot of amber relics under the water, actually. For Wind Waker, we had over 100 bots, actually.
And Spa donated $100.
Yep. Swimming downward. Why are you complicated?
No, that just hasn't been updated yet. The woods are flooded because Pharaoh's a dick. No, Josh. Spa had to take a break because his internet was derping, so honestly it's better if he just slept then, you know.
Yeah, and I did. And I felt better because of it.
Good.
Like, I would be dead to the world right now if I hadn't taken that nap. After this, I'm probably going to have to grab a drink just because of how chill this is. I'm starting to kind of lose it a bit.
I get you, I get you. thoughts on Skyward Sword overall? It just feels to me like a tech demo with a story wrapped around it. I'm not a fan of how they handled the telling of the Master Sword's origins. If I had a personality, I probably would have liked it better, since it was kind of hinted at that the sword had a spirit of its own. You know, the way it shook and whatnot, in say Wind Waker and so on. But it's a big letdown, and it's kind of indicative of most of the flaws people talk about when they, you know, diss Nintendo for dumbing down their games.
Question, do I have to go talk to him right now, or can I just continue getting more of the tad tones?
You have to talk to him because it gives you the, well, fire pops out and gives you the dowsing ability.
Oh, come on, really? That was just silly.
We've reached the silliness quota. How did it... What?
He got caught on whatever the hell was happening right there.
There you go, second time's a charm, I guess.
Yeah. No, I'd much rather do this than the escort or the stealth.
Yeah. The Thunder Dragon one's pretty cool.
Yeah, because like I said earlier, that's just a series of the Time Warp puzzles, basically. Not even giving a fuck.
Yep, so many. Oh, I see what you meant. No, I'm gonna get you! Oh, I missed. You can name yourself in the Tingle game, but I don't think it appears in-game.
No, apparently your character is actually still named Tingle.
Yeah.
The fact that the calibration can be set incorrectly is still a problem.
Yeah. The fact that you have to calibrate it at all is a problem.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be at the mercy of the controls in any given situation.
The problem with getting the dowsing ability is that you've got to go up on the lily pads to be able to douse for them anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't really help much. This is one of the more difficult for me to get usually.
It's final dungeon time after you get Song of the Hero, right?
Well, aside from going for the shield, yeah.
Oh, don't forget the Silent Realm.
Yeah, Silent Realm, and then it's for the dungeon.
I remember groaning when I got to Skyloft and was told I had to do another one of those things. I think it's all the negatives of Skyward Sword that just make me hate it more, or dislike it more, than I would if the padding wasn't there. Like, if it was like a perfectly average game, I won't give a shit about its flaws. But the fact that it just pads itself out and out to justify the fact that it's like trying to be an epic prequel, which it really doesn't need to be. Yes, New Leaf is worth getting. Well, it's an okay challenge, Laura. It's just the fact that, you know, at that point I was ready for the game to end, and then it was like, nope, here's another thing. Okay.
Or at the very least, just ready to get to the dungeon that you've been wanting to get to for a while.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll grab an Amber Relic. Or, you know, the controls can derp. Works too.
Personally, the worst challenge for me was the one in Lanayru Desert, and by worst I mean trickiest.
I don't mind that one so much. I definitely find Elden more difficult to deal with.
See, I can even bring a negative to the art style. It's trying to do like this watercolor thing, which one adds nothing to the game, and two, just let me think of a second reason. I'll get there. It just seems like an attempt to bridge the gap between Twilight Princess and Wind Waker and appease both parties. And they put this really weird fuzzy overlay over it, which just blurs a lot of the effects, and it doesn't work because the Wii just isn't powerful enough to render it. Yeah, the desert is definitely the best area of the game, like both visits.
I like the volcano better than the mining facility. But I'll say the sand ship's the best of that set.
Mm-hmm. It is admin, but the Wii just isn't powerful enough to render that effect.
I think the one where I've got to flip the lily pad is the one that I'm missing.
Well, that's fine, Laura. It looks nice. I just don't think it's fully realised. Yeah, you gotta go up to the top and then jump down.
No, I didn't want the bow. Yeah, I've got to jump off from there. Okay. Where are those pea hats at? Ah, they're over there.
Here's an interesting item idea for the next game, just throwing it out there. Grappling arrows. Arrows with little hooks on the end that you can fire and create like rope bridges and so on. Well, you say it adds to the emotion, but again, it's the whole problem with the characters not talking. Because if a text box needs to pop up on screen to show that a character's talking, the action has to come to a standstill, and that's a problem. You can get around that just by, you know, having the characters have like mid and light voices, like not actually speaking proper words, and just have subtitles on the screen.
Okay, that was me.
How the hook arrow work in combat? Well, pull the enemy towards you mostly. Or pierce it, do like piercing damage and bring it towards you.
That was a fail. That was my bad.
Don't worry, man.
I'm so used to auto jump, I kind of expect it to do it whether I'm dashing or not.
It's okay, cool. This is just that one game that I need to criticize over and over. Yeah, it's basically a mashup between the bow and the grappling hook.
Wow. I don't even know what the hell that was.
You don't get the intensified clap, not this time. I've heard that it's going to be a Pokemon fighting game. If so, that's going to be pretty cool. And that's fine, Laura, that's fine. Some parts of it do look nice. Sandsea, for example. I'm very interested to see how the Wii U one will work out though.
And that's all of them.
Nice. Ooh, let me turn on the music for this.
I like that little thing, and I wish they did it for the other two parts of the song as well.
Yeah. That's 1 out of 3 done. Didn't take us that long, really. This is probably like the part of the game I complained the least. Like I knew I had to do it, and I grumbled about having to slog through more filler. But yeah, I just grinned and got it over with.
Oh, okay. Wait, oh, no, I can go this way. See, that would have been great, Wind Slasher. Have something happen like the water dragon's voice is lost when she was healed, so you have to collect the tad tones to restore the voice.
I really like that idea.
So she can sing the song for us. Favorite dungeon in this game for me would be the Sand Ship or the Earth Temple. And least favorite? Probably the Skyview Temple, the first one.
Sorry, mic was off. My favourite dungeon in the game, either Ancient Cistern, Ancient Cistern, and least favourite, either the second visit to Skyview, or the last dungeon, which I'm not a fan of.
Alright, one down.